Boycott. So, with all of the talk about boycotting, have you ever thought about boycotting yourself? But before I get into that, let's look at the meaning of boycott. Okay, this is from the internet. And with boycott, because I want to make sure that I wasn't just going off on a tangent, because anything about me, anything about Sharon, when it comes to self-care and Self-Care U Academy, everything always comes back to us. Meaning we have to look at ourselves, how we're getting better, how we're progressing, how we evolving. It's not just to be the best version of ourselves, but it is also so that you can move forward, and for whatever reason that you are here, because you're here for a purpose, you're here to do something, you're here for all of that. But with that, there are some parts of ourselves we need to get rid of. And so when it comes to boycotting, according to the internet, and this is according to the Merriam-Webster, I'm about to say website, that too, but dictionary, boycott is to engage in a concerted refusal to have dealings with a person or store or organization, etc. I'm going to read that again. It is to engage in a concerted refusal to have dealings with a person or store or organization. Now, let's talk about person. A lot of times when we think about boycotting, we're thinking about boycotting, that's to say, people, places, and things. And when it comes to people, we're thinking about other people, because there are certain characteristics that they have that do not support or in alignment with our belief. Now, let's take this a little further. What about yourself? Because somebody could be boycotting you and you don't even know it. Because there could be a characteristic, a behavior, a belief that you have that others may not like, may not be in alignment with their belief. But when it comes to yourself, what part of you that is not in alignment with your own beliefs, what part of you that goes against the grain of what you believe in? What part of you that you are still entertaining that it's hard for you to let go? So in saying that, sometimes I'm going to say in along with, because we live in duality, it's not one or the other, it's usually both. But what part of you are you boycotting? Because in order for us to have the capacity, the longevity, and the fight to boycott others, people, places, and things, we need to make sure that we are boycotting parts of ourselves that are not in alignment with our own beliefs, that are pretty much go against what we believe in, and that can prevent us from boycotting in the first place. So, in saying all of that, how are you boycotting from yourself? What part of yourself that you feel that is not in support of the things that you believe in? Again, this is what self-care is all about. Let's get real. It is about going deep within yourself, facing yourself, because we want others to face them. It's like, oh, you're doing this. You're not in alignment with this. This is injustice. But what is the injustice that you are doing for yourself? And again, when I'm talking to myself as well. It's like, ooh, I got to look at myself when it comes to certain things. What am I doing or not doing that may be interfering with my divine assignment? What are you doing? The other thing is, what support do you need to help you, to separate yourself? I'm saying separate, but to pretty much handcuff the boycott. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much is getting rid of those things that are not in alignment, that is not helping you, that is keeping you for being who you need to be. Because the other thing is, when it comes to boycott, we want others to pay for what they are doing, for what they are withdrawing. But at the same time, what is the financial harm that you are doing to yourself when you are not boycotting the parts of yourself that is keeping you from doing what you are set here to do in this world anyway? So again, as you are boycotting others, look within yourself to say, hey, what do I need to boycott from within? Because if you are not boycotting the parts of yourself that's preventing you from making the money to be able to donate to the organizations that do support your beliefs, that do support the things that are in alignment with you. Because if we do not have the financials in order to do that, and some of that comes from because there's parts of ourselves, parts of myself that I need to divorce, parts of myself that I need to boycott. So it's not just the belief of something. Again, it is, what are you doing? So what part of yourself do you need to boycott? What limited beliefs do you need to boycott? How are you thinking about yourself? What are the things that are holding you back? Because we can easily say, oh, you're not doing this, you're doing that, you're preventing this. But what about you? What are the things that you are doing to yourself with the thoughts that you have? So, while you are boycotting others, people, places, and things, what limited beliefs do you need to boycott? And when it comes to sabotaging, how do you sabotage yourself? What are the things that you are doing? How you're not stepping up? Because again, it all, I always say everything is connected. Because with limited beliefs, and when you are sabotaging, when you have sabotaging behaviors, meaning the things that you are doing, and again, the behavior isn't always what you're doing. Sometimes it could be what you're not doing, meaning not stepping up, meaning not doing the thing, meaning not, especially as business owners, all of the things that we have to do to market our business so that the word can get out, so that you can be more visible, so that people know who you are. So again, what sabotaging behaviors do you have? Boycott that. Because that's going to be your bottom line when it comes to financial liberation. Because we need the money in order to support for those who we want to support. Because without the money, we can talk as loud and as much as we want. But at the same time, for those who are impacted by the boycott, how we're going to financially support them. So how can you not just lift up yourself, but do the things that needs to be done so that you can have the financial means in order to support? Because the other thing is, in preventing financial means for others, for those who are highly impacted, and not just saying, they don't need to be working for these places. Well, what about your job? Because again, you don't know where you work, or for those who you may contract with, what about their beliefs? It's all about duality. So do you have the financial means to help support for those who are going to be impacted by the boycott? Only thing I can say is it's all complex. And what about boycotting your self-defeating beliefs? What self-defeating beliefs that you hold on to, that you harbor, that keeps you from doing the things that needs to be done so that you won't subconsciously, because that's the other thing. A lot of us, including me, sometimes subconsciously boycott our own selves and not doing the things that need to be done in order not just to lift up, but to do the things that need to be done when it comes to your mission, your movement, your ministry, whatever that is for you. So as you are boycotting others, make sure you look within to say, hey, what do I need to boycott within? Because I want to make sure that I show up for myself, show up for others, show up for the community in a way that I can, at least eventually, to be able to financially support for the things that are in alignment. And so sit back and think about what you need to boycott. Along with that, because sometimes we can beat ourselves up when we start looking at those things like, oh, poor me, look at all these things I have against me. But the thing is to remember your gifts and your strength. And so as you are unleashing your potential, because when you are boycotting yourself, that is what you're doing. You're unleashing your potential because you are letting go of the things in which no longer serves you. But you are gaining. But you make sure when you are subtracting that you are adding and multiplying your gifts and your strength. Because sometimes you can forget that. You can have an experience, and the only thing you can think about is the negative impact. But no. Go back and really review it, because of the fact there is something you left on the table of that experience. Because you want to make sure you highlight you want to make sure you gain. Because sometimes they're just like when we're boycotting, especially a person, there's certain characteristics, there's certain beliefs that they have that we don't like, we don't agree with. So in saying that, when it comes to ourselves, it's like sometimes we forget that I need to build certain characteristics, such as being more brave, being courageous, of having the courage to be able to speak up and speak out, to be able, because sometimes it's easier to boycott. But let's say you need to sit in the boardroom, you need to have a contract with someone that may have a different belief, but they can be supportive in this way. Now, whatever that is for you, because for each person is different. But for you to be able to articulate that in a way where it's not condescending, where it's professional, and where it is, the good for all, or for good for those who you're serving. In saying all of that, the 21-day journey is a way that you can make sure that you are not losing yourself when you are boycotting. So for those of you who want to learn more about the 21-day journey, unleashing your potential through the joy of building, and that's your job, whatever that job is for you. But especially for those of us who work 9 to 5, there's so many different lessons. But even if you let's say, because sometimes we can have some negative thoughts, and own that. That's okay. But don't forget about the lessons. Don't forget about how it builds your character. Don't forget about certain skills that you have learned, because in the entrepreneurship world, we needed all of those experience. So don't forget about you. So as you are boycotting yourself when it comes to your beliefs, any sabotaging behaviors you may have, and any self-defeating thoughts, boycott those so that you can be on top of the world as you are out there doing the things that need to be done for your movement, doing the things that need to be done for your ministry, doing the things that need to be done for your mission. You're the only person who can do that. So boycott the parts of you that doesn't serve you, so you can be the best that you can be, and you can do that through the 21-day journey. So for those of you who are on Instagram, comment journey, and you can find out more information about it. And those of you everywhere else, there is a link that you can connect to find out more about the 21-day journey, because as you are boycotting others, boycott yourself too, because we all can grow, because there's always something that we need to get rid of because of the things that kind of come to us as well. But that's another conversation. But anyway, I thank those of you who have joined me live, and any of you who are on the replay. Put in hashtag replay, and by all means share this with 3 other entrepreneurs so that they can get this message, because we all can boycott something from ourselves so that we can be of better service and better leaders and better entrepreneurs and better in everything that we do. See you next time.